Welcome back to Barrel Brothers, where today we're doing part 2 of Have We Got Some Good Turbos? Stay tuned. Alrighty, so it's all going to depend on what's in this box. Last time the turbo turned out to be junk. So what I've done is I've gotten my old mate in Japan, Jesse Streeter. I found a couple of turbos. The choice was to get a China one, but for the same price I could get 2 second-hand ones. But they've done like 70,000 Ks, which is roughly what I've got on mine at the moment. And like, we're pulling them apart to recondition them and bigonize them anyway. So I thought, well, the chances of getting, a dud another once is sort of slim. But if I grab 2, we should be apples, I think anyway. So that's what I did. I decided to do 2 good IHI turbos, which should be in this here box. And car just fell over. Oh, I committed suicide from up the top. Well, it's only fallen down one row. I've got to hang that on the wall. So yes, where was I? Yes, because we're pulling it apart anyway, the IHI ones are going to be a better quality than anything else that we can think up. So I bought 2, and the delivery was faster with this one, and for the same price I got 2 for the price of 1. 2 IHIs for the price of 1. There's the first one, and there's the second one. Okay, Turbolicious. Interesting. That one, the packaging looks bigger. Ah, same size. Okay, let's see what we have got. This is a bit where I'll lose a finger. Looks well used, a bit grubby, but it's not a baddie. Hasn't got a bloody big crack through the wastegate that I can see like the other one did. So yeah, there's number 1. So if these turn out alright, in the next few days we're going to pop over and see Paulie at Baxter's MTQ once again and get the boys to pull these ones down and pick the best one out of them, sort of thing. That one looks really good too. This one was obviously running a little bit richer. No movement in the shaft. And the inducer looks pretty good. Turbine, the compressor looks pretty good. This one's a little bit warm, this one isn't. What do I care about that one anyway? That's the bit we're taking off and throwing. So I'm going to put these in a box. Basically we'll give them to the boys over there and say, have at it. And once I've pulled them all to bits, pick the best one, and away we go. I can spot one problem already. That's not real flash. To Baxter's MTQ. We'll go and see Paulie. Oh, how unprofessional. Taking my little turbos, I'm going to give them to Paulie, and his guys can tell us whether they're any good or not. Bit of a gamble, but I'm feeling lucky. Shouldn't say that. I can't touch wood either because there's no wood in here. Onwards. High flow. It's not real flash. Variable vane turbo. That's cool. It's just what, a Ford Ranger?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're saying taking the cast wheel off and putting machine stuff in. Much stronger. Off a ferry, apparently.
So because this is in the engine room, it's not exposed to outside air and particles. So it's just
So we're
to
not,
keep the bigger
yeah,
particles
not
out.
driving through a
Yeah, it's not on the
paddock
front
or-
of a tractor, yeah.
Yeah. This part here, on the inside, is the sound deadener. This is actually the air filter of one of the engines on a ferry. Cool. So this would stop bricks and small children from flying
Pretty
into
much,
it.
yeah. Maybe the odd finger, but
Cool. This one here is already all balanced up and nice. So what VJ's doing is setting up a dud one over there, so he can show us how they all get spun up in this tiny little spinner upper. What do you call that gadget?
Balancer.
That's just a balancer? Spin it then.
Yeah. Running at
3,000 RPM.
3,200.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the screen.
Oh yeah, because of course it's spinning against the shaft, not against the end of it.
Running at that.
Good one's already in the turbo. So where's your tolerance? Is that circle there? Or
Yeah. Inside this.
mind you, it doesn't have a lot of angle of momentum to be out of balance, does it?
But still, they are trained.
Yeah.
The small ones are trained to balance. Because the
So
small
what? How,
touch.
yeah, how do you balance them? Just grind a little bit off,
we
basically.
grind off. Yeah.
Okay. Junk ones with intolerance.
Yeah, it's really balance. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What do you balance like your big stuff on? Obviously not that.
This one you can balance up to 5 kilo assemblies.
Really,
5
that
kg
big?
assemblies, yeah.
Holy
Which
cow!
is-
All right, so this is about as small as this one will go. But what if we're doing a bit of a bigger turbo? Notice these ones are in a cage. This your medium is done on this balancer here, which, as you can see, it's a fair bit bigger. Aha! But here's the big boy. You get your head around this. It's just a bit hard, you know. I'm used to these little turbos, and you know, you think, oh yeah, T88's not a big turbo. It's nothing. Balancing stuff up on that. Yeah. Okay, VJ's just setting this up on the lathe so he can show us how they were. Or this one, that's the finished product, was machined out. I suppose you've got to set them and get them perfect, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
To machine it. I hate setting up four jaws, takes me forever. This man knows what he's doing.
That's 100% there.
So then basically it's just an experience thing. You machine this edge,
Yeah, the first thing we do is get this ball.
bore your center out. That's on the new big one.
New blades, 29.7,
Yep.
3. Lucky that it's got even blades as opposed to the
Unlike this
blades.
one, which is munted, let's face it.
So when we bought the other one, the
Yeah.
housing, normally give 0.8 to 1 mil clearance.
Okay.
So the diameter.
So you keep it fairly, that
Yeah.
gap fairly tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever.
So I
the
suppose
size is here,
the better,
Yeah.
the closer you get that to the housing,
better it is.
the more efficient the turbo is going to be, yeah?
30.53.
Okay. So point 0.8?
0.8.
Yeah.
0.8. This is on the diameter.
Cool.
Right. So each side would be 0.4.
Okay, so that's it. So your first order of business is basically you machine this out to that size.
Yeah.
Just straight down the guts.
Yeah. Just get
Okay.
it straight to 30.
And then
0.5,
and then the
and
hard
then
part.
just do the profile.
And then just do the
Yeah.
and then just do the profile
Yeah.
is
Yes.
yeah. Has any of you ever owned an Etch-a-Sketch? This is what you've got to do it with. There's your one, there's the other. A nice curve, and it's about moving both hands,
Oh,
and it's
what
practice.
we normally do is I'll run one.
Yeah,
I'll run that on automatic feed.
yeah, and then
So
just
that's
do your.
Yeah. So you only control one movement. with the-
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
You're not going like two hands and
No.
then uneven. It's much easier. After years, you sort of work out a good feed rate, right? And then it's just a matter of just getting your profile worked out. And
Getting it all sorted
as
in
we
there.
go, we keep checking it where it's touching, and then just go over.
Just
that
skim a little bit off, a little
yeah.
bit off, and then you know what?
You should be-
Sand it off at the end.
Yeah, and then we just tidy up at the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
This turbo should work quite a bit better.
Yeah.
Got to do something about that heat though.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
because it's like it's buried right down at the bottom of the motor. It's behind the radiator. It's towards the front of the motor, but
Is it water cooled? Engine's water cooled?
it is water cooled, yeah. So it's obviously just not getting enough cooling.
Yeah.
For them all to be cracked like that, and that's the thing, they're all cracked like that. So common problem. Obviously, 3 of them, and we're 100% buggered. Like from there to there, it's cracked. Crazy. And it's cracked the buggery there. And those seem to be, look, there's another start of a crack there. This one, they're all cracked in the same place. It's like a casting mark there. And that's where they're all gone. This one here, you can see there's a crack over there. This is the original one they tried to fix, and then there's another crack there. But note, it's cracked in that same spot. And then this one here, cracked again, same spot. And this one is cracked in the back here as well. A bit hard to see, but it's cracked from about there to there. So, seems to be a bit of a common problem with these guys. VJ says we can get a bit of air in there. We can vastly improve it. But obviously these exhaust housings are getting a little on the hot side, which is why they're cracking. So if we can come up with a cure for that, we'll pass it on to the Cappuccino community and we'll go from there. Really not gone well. What you say is cast wheels tend to the CNC machine stuff is a lot better.
The machine ones are much stronger.
Okay. But cast ones are cheap, eh? Cheap.
Yeah, you get the machine ones pretty
They're getting better
yeah,
price wise.
Better price.
Yeah, save
a
that
lot of people
freaking
making it,
happening.
yeah.
So what you were saying that you're getting just like new stuff in now and just swapping out the wheels straight up.
Yeah.
Take the cast one off and just put a machine one on.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here?
What we're doing, this was the original wheel, compressor wheel, which is
Quite a bit smaller than the one you put in.
it's about 24 mil roughly. Yeah,
Okay.
around 24 mil. And that's a new wheel. So we're going bigger.
Quite some margin.
This is 29.7.
29.7.
Yes, and going about 5.2 bigger. It's a fair bit for a small
For a
server.
yeah, it's big.
So the original bore on that one is 24.5, and we're going to 30.5.
30.5. Okay. So he's got all the bore right, it's the right size now. Now's the tricky bit, this curve here. Where it goes, so that edge of the blade goes inside, it needs to get this curve as it curves inwards. Which is all done by hand, isn't it? Hand and eye coordination. That's the machining done. It just needs to be smoothed out a little bit now. Very nice. Beautiful. That's awesome, VJ. Repair my turbine housing too. See, remember it had the dud hole in it? All fixed. That'll do the job nicely. This was the best one out of the 3. Least amount of cracks. how she blows. Thanks very much for that, VJ.
No,
good on you,
you're
buddy.
welcome.
Man's an expert. All my stuff's here. There's the turbo. There's all the paperweights. And here we are, Polly.
What's happening, Mark?
Well, you know, the usual stuff. So the big question is, what everybody's going to want to know is, what's it going to cost?
Depends how many turbos you have to buy for the parts. No.
Well, that's true, isn't it? I mean, I had to go through 3 and they were all cracked. All the exhaust housings
Yeah,
were cracked.
I mean, look, in the perfect world, when we just need to get the overhaul kits, the wheel, the labor for machining, everything like that, you probably look about $1,000.
$1,000?
$1,000 including, done and dusted.
That's a bargain.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it depends. When we break it down, it would depend what we have to replace on the inside of it, because as we found out in the overhaul kit, it doesn't have everything
All
in it.
they're all cracked.
Yeah.
You know, all cracked around there. So that's something to keep mindful of, guys. But like, you know, an RHB 31 FW is going to cost you $2,200 plus shipping, and the FWs you can't. The FW, the hypers, you can't even get any more, and they were about 2.5. So here we've got a hyper, RHB 31 hyper, for $1,000. Bargain. Bargain?
Bargain.
Bargain.
Bogan.
Hey, brew. All right, so all I got to do now is put it in the car, which is I've got to pull the bloody engine out to do that.
It'll be
All right. Yeah, I've got to do other stuff, so yeah.
Right.
All right, mate. Thank you
mate.
very much.
No worries, Mark. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah.
It's been a journey.
It has been interesting.
It has been very interesting, man. It's the smallest turbo we've probably overhauled here.
Yeah.
Compared to some
well,
of the
now
turbos.
you've got all the gear to do it too.
Yeah, 100%.
Now we've gone through there, which
the
is
first one's
taken a
always
little
the
bit,
learning
yeah.
curve, right?
So we had to learn how to do this stuff. So yeah,
from now on,
got the jigs, you got all the gear, and mate, if you guys want to bring your turbos to Max's MTQ, as it says on lovely Paulie's breast, the gorgeous Paulie's breast.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, bring them over, man. These guys are ready to do them.
Done and dusted.
Beauty. All right.
Okay.
See you next time. Look after yourselves. Thanks for watching Barrel Brothers.
Bye.